This is another Mudfossil channel. How you guys doing? My name is Stacy Williams. I'm not your typical guy to be in this subject or in this topic. I kind of stumbled upon it on happenstance. Just going through some shit. I've always been interested in topics that are not so mainstream. I wasn't very old when I found out, or just started to have the curiosity and idea that we were being told half truths or just lied to entirely about most of the information we're given. So I started to scratch the surface and just trying to see what I could find that didn't line up. And it was so much information that didn't line up with the narrative we were given. It's just become intoxicating. One of the subjects I stumbled upon was Mudfossils, actually. Guy's name was Roger, Mudfossil University. So I want to give a shout out to him for just introducing me to the topic and information. A lot of what he says is 1000% spot on and just irrefutable, which explains why those in academia won't even have a debate or a conversation with the man, because that's how it works. First, they try to coerce you and lie to you, and when you have proof of the lie, then comes either the stonewall silence or the violence. That's just a pattern I've noticed over time. At any rate, like I said, a lot of what Roger says is 1000% spot on. I'd like to also give a shout out to Tyson's Mudfossils. That's a great channel also for the subject. But what I've noticed is some of the stuff just could use a different perspective. For example, I'm noticing things that other people aren't. Let me show you. Has anybody else ever noticed? Let's go to South America. Has anybody else ever noticed this huge face on the side of South America? Right here. This green face. I mean, it's pretty undeniable. Like this eye, nose, mouth, chin. This is a whole head. This is a neck. Like, is that not evident? Right here. This whole right here. Is this not obviously an eye? Nostrils, mouth, chin. This is South America. Let me show you. See? Well, there's somebody talking about this stuff. Right here, that's a face. And I've noticed stuff like this in so many areas. I mean, I gotta admit, when I first stumbled upon Roger's videos and he was talking about this stuff, he was showing a dragon in the Sahara Desert. Now, I was so convinced, I was like, man, wait a minute. You know, maybe he just cherry picked this part of the land and it kind of looks like a dragon. Let me see if I can find one somewhere else. So I went to a completely different part of the world and tried to see if I could find one that kind of looked like what he was pointing out. That night, I found like 70 in different parts of the world, just trying to disprove what he was saying. So then I started to think, well, damn, that was pretty fucking big. Like, how big do they get? So what I started to do was I started to zoom out. This is what Roger says it's a dragon. First of all, I wonder why he never points out this face right here. It's a face. That's very obviously a face. This is an eye. This is a nose, and nostrils. This is a mouth. Right here. See? Let me zoom in. Eye, nostrils, mouth. Never heard anybody speak about that one. And this, I don't believe, is a dragon. I want to respectfully disagree. Let me show you what I'm seeing, okay? What I see is, this is an eye. This is also an eye. There's two pairs of eyes. This is a nostril. This is also a nostril. This is the head of an alligator, and it's biting this. This looks like a, what is that? Let's back up a little bit. You see, this is another head right here. And the tongue is hanging out. This black circle is the nose. So this alligator has something by the back of the neck. And if you can zoom out, you can see this alligator has something. This whole thing is got it by the back of the neck. So it's dripping blood right here. And this is the back of it. And this is the back legs of whatever it is. Right here. This is the front legs of whatever it is. Okay? And I don't believe this to be a fish either. I mean, I see how it kind of looks like a fish, but I don't think it's a fish. Let me show you what I think it is. Oh, first, before I do, let me show you what I found out about the Eye of the Sahara. Check this out. This is the Eye of the Sahara. We can all agree about that, right? But did you know, if you turn it this way, you see that face? Eye right here. Nose. Lips. Let me back up a little bit. You see that? The Eye of the Sahara is part of whatever this head is. It's the head of a huge structure. You see it? Eye, nose, mouth. And just for some reference to the size. You guys see that? You see that? Alright. Moving right along. So that's what the Eye of the Sahara is. It's part of this head. And this is not a fish. This is actually a wing. A wing of what, you might ask? This is a dragon. Right here, you'll notice the mouth. It's the lips right here where my cursor is. This is the eye. This whole area is the head. Right here. That's why this hangs down. That's why this hangs down. That's why all this hangs down. This is not a fish. That's a wing. That's a wing. Let me back up some. See? Head, neck, wing comes down here. Back up here. And this is the back of the body. So yeah, this has been an interesting journey and topic. Let me show you guys another that I didn't see anybody else discussing. Because there's so many that I found that I just didn't see anybody else talking about. So, Asia. Watch this. Let me show you about Asia. If you turn it this way, you can see this man or figure, entity, whatever you want to call it. You see? The head is here. This is the neck. This is the chest and sternum area. This is the shoulder. Follow down to the arm. And you can even see the hand and fingers right here. See? Pretty cool, huh? Alright, so check this out. We're gonna move right along. That's also, that same entity is, you can turn it upside down. It's a dragon. But this is the head. This is the arm with the hoof right here. The leg with the hoof right here. This part is part of the wing. Other part of the wing is underwater. That's why the shape is like that, because it's attached to the back of here. See? You see how this goes here? It keeps going to under here. It's all part of this. It connects back. Wings. Let me show you something else. People say, excuse me, people say that Africa's a skull, but I think it's a dragon. You see? Huge lizard head with the whiskers here. Let me show you something about Australia. Australia. One of my favorites. Watch this. So, double click right here and zoom in. See that face? Eyes, nose, lips, chin. It's the whole face right here. Even if you look in the dark green area right here, you can see eyes, nose, mouth, chin. These things were all over the place. So let's back up and let me show you the rest of them. Watch this. So we just saw the face. So if you follow down this way, if you notice right here, this hump is what I say is the shoulder area. And you can see the silhouette underwater if you follow. So all this is the arm, and the hand stops here. And if you move it up, you can even see where the leg is underwater with the foot, the feet, right here. I know, and I know this sounds crazy, but I see what I see. And yeah, I didn't believe it at first myself. And like I said, I started looking at these trying to disprove what the guy was saying, because the one he was showing me was like, wow, it was pretty evident. And in trying to disprove them, I just keep finding them. And they are literally everywhere. Let me show you what else I found. You see the silhouette of a head right here? And it's pretty obviously a silhouette of a head in the neck area. Like the mouth is open here. This is a chin area. This is a neck. Right here is an eye. Right here is nose. This is a head area. Right? This is pretty obvious. Anybody not seeing that? Okay, let's keep it moving. Because, like I said, I started looking at these trying to disprove what the guy was saying. And now I can't stop seeing it. Watch this. Look at this. Do you not see that this area is a head? Mouth open, nose, eyes here, head, neck, shoulder area, left arm extended, hand with thumb. Now, like I said, I started looking at these trying to disprove what the man was saying. And I keep finding these shapes. Watch this. This is North America. Let me show you. Now he pointed out the dragon that was here that I never knew about. Right there. Right. This huge thing is a dragon right in North America. And you know, for a minute I was thinking maybe this shit is just like images projected on the map and it's not really there. It's just some kind of imagery that they got on there. But to test that theory, what I did was you can see that they give you the location and altitude based on sea level. And when you drag your cursor over one of these animals or beasts, you'll notice how much higher in altitude the cursor goes, as if it is actually dragging over an object that is laying at that location. So yeah, we were looking at North America. And that's the dragon, North America. You can see the wing extend all the way back here. All the way back there. This is the head. This is the plume. But also, did you know that North America is a four-legged animal in its entirety? Watch this. North America. This is the head, legs, front legs. This is the front right leg. This is the hind leg. This is the body and back of it. This is a huge headed beast. Also, North America, watch this. You zoom in. You see this face? Right here. Let me show you where we are. Alright? Now, see this face right here? Well, it's pretty obviously a face. It's an eye here. One eye has water in it. Nostrils right here. Mouth. Let me show you similarly what's in the same area. Watch this. If you lay it down this way, you can see a lot of other stuff better because you get a better contrast. Sorry about that. Here we go. Watch this. See the head? Right here. Right here. This is a huge head. It's the eye right here. This is the face. Look at the lips. Nose, eye, chin. Look how big that is. Look at the hands. Right here. And over here. This is the right hand. This is his left hand. Here. That's the head. Zoom out. Let me point something else out. Has anybody ever noticed that this is in the shape of a pelvis? Right here, I got my cursor going back and forth. You ever noticed that, kind of look like a pelvis over there? Well, let me show you something. Watch this. Go up here, and you will notice the silhouette of a face. Right here. See it? Nose, lips, chin. Excuse me. Let's zoom out. Oh, there's so much stuff on the eyes. We'll save that for another presentation. But yeah, this is me and my 2 cents getting started on the subject. South America. I know we went over the face that was on South America earlier, but also let me show you this, that South America itself is a huge creature. Let me show you. So right here you can see the head of the creature underwater, partially. Well, I'm sorry, the entire head is underwater. So the conclusion I've come to is every part of land on Earth that is dry land is actually the body part of some extremely large animal organism that was alive at some point, whose remains has been petrified in salt water. And we're simply microorganisms that live on the part of the entity that is not underwater. So this is South America. This looks like the hind leg, where the hind leg separates from the belly of an animal. This is the tail. It's kind of shaped like a giraffe if you look back at it. But we know this head is underwater. So we can all agree that South America has the head underwater, and the rest of it, the part that is not underwater, is the part everybody lives on. And this is the tail, and the legs are underwater. You can even see the silhouette of the legs if we pay attention. Down here is where the legs of the South American animal stops. The legs end all the way down here. This leg goes back to here. This leg is long, goes to here. This leg goes to here. This leg goes to here. It's been a lot going on with Hawaii lately. Let's take a look at Hawaii. Let me show you what Hawaii really is. Hawaii. Here we go. This is Hawaii, right? Now, watch this. Did you know that Hawaii was a head? Eye, nose goes down like this, lips, chin goes around like that. See? Let me straighten it up a little bit. Hawaii. Maui. Excuse me. Maui. Like, do we even have to review what kind of silhouette and shape this is right here? Maui. This is a body. It's the head, neck, this is across the back. One of the arms stretches here, and the hand stops right here, looks like. The rest of it in the mud, look like this is a leg coming from here. The other leg stops right about here somewhere. Yeah, so once again, thanks to Roger for getting me even curious about the subject. And if you look on the other side of here, look at this. Lips. Looks like a nose was here. It's like a huge eye socket. Lips. Nose. Eye. This is crazy. But it's become very evident. We've been lied to, ladies and gentlemen. I guess this is the part where I say this is for entertainment purposes only. Or should I have said that at the beginning? Do with that what you will. Let me show you something else you might not have noticed. Maybe it's just me. This looks like a head. This is an eye. This is an eye. This is the nose, the nostrils right here. Mouth open. Neck. Across here is the chest area. This appears to be the sternum. Abdomen. Well, maybe I'm tripping, but that's what it looks like to me. See you guys next time.